I'm Steve Foskett, and this is Worcester by Bike. Good afternoon and welcome to episode 24 of Worcester by Bike. We're here at Perkins Farm. Gorgeous, humongous chunk of conservation land right here in the city on Grafton Street behind the Stop and Shop Plaza. I don't want to be one of those people who's always saying that's so Worcester, but if there's anything that's Worcester, it's having pristine conservation land that you have to get to by going to the back end of a loading dock behind Stop and Shop in the middle of the city. But you do that and you're opened up to this wonderful space. It almost reminds me of Cookson Park, my favorite park in the whole wide world. Just as far as the topography, the sort of rockiness, the trails are just nice and gentle. Nothing crazy as far as hills go. We're just exploring. This is my first time here, so join me. I did ride here today, but I am walking through the woods. I locked my bike up across from Landry's in the parking lot. I hope it's still there when I get back. I shouldn't say that. It will be. But truth be told, I really hurt myself last weekend at the Greenway Challenge. It's a relay race, running, biking, kayaking from Uxbridge, from Northbridge down to Rhode Island. I was doing it with my wife and a bunch of friends. I totally wiped out on the mountain bike portion down at West Hill Dam, which is beautiful. You should go down there. I was going too fast. I lost it. I got thrown from the bike, really banged up. So this is only the second time I've tried to take a ride in more than a week. So I wanted to take it easy. Plus, this Perkins Farm, it doesn't say no biking, and I say that a lot. It doesn't say no biking, so you might as well. But I'm not quite sure. This is my first time here. I'm not familiar with a lot of the lay of the land around here. I would say that it would lend itself well to just having like a nice hybrid or mountain bike, just kind of cruise through. But I'm just going to walk it today, just because I'm taking it easy. The history of Perkins Farm is pretty simple. It is one of the last working farm in the city. It fell into tax title in the 80s from what I could find in our archives this week. It's under the control of the Conservation Commission. It's between 64 or something or 80 acres I've seen. I've seen different numbers, but it's big. It's a big chunk of land. It goes all the way down to the train tracks. You can see Lake Ave, supposedly when the leaves are all off. You can see the lake. And interestingly enough, we're talking right now about building the minor league stadium for the Paw Sox, the Worcester Red Sox. This was actually an idea that was tossed around in the 80s of bringing the New Britain Red Sox to Perkins Farm, to redevelop this with mixed use sort of apartments and a stadium to play minor league baseball. So at the time, it ran into a lot of opposition, a lot of neighborhood opposition, conservationists, and so it never really went anywhere. And then the city just held on to it, and now it's Perkins Farm. Places like this Perkins Farm conservation area, for me, sort of illustrate this whole dual identity thing that the city has going on. We have all this development going on downtown, the Worcester Red Sox Stadium, like we just talked about, City Square, all that kind of stuff. We want to attract business and be a modern city. But then at the same time, we have this gift of all this open land, these 60-something parks and playgrounds and this conservation land and land trust land, and it makes up a lot of green space in this city. And I always wonder, how do you thread that needle of selling yourself as a city of, development and progress and modernity, but saying, what, we have all these amenities too. We have all this outside space, all these places you can go. That stuff should be marketed just as much as the economic development, I think. It's not an exception to the rule. Why don't we have Worcester be unique in that, the rule is that we have all these open spaces, that we have these natural, places of beauty that you can go and ride a bike, walk, hike, that kind of stuff. These aren't just little side things. These aren't just little extras. that this is what makes Worcester Worcester. That is part of our identity, that we have these spots. And you know, I certainly believe that. I think a lot of people in the city believe that. But you know, this area is a gift for the people of Grafton Street. I hope they use it. It is gorgeous, and we're right here on Grafton Street. You know, you take a left at the plaza and you go in the woods. Yay, my bike is still here.